Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to the Roger Report. I'm your host here today, and we're going to talk about one of the most historic moments in tennis history. Roger Federer's first French Open title in 2009. Now that's a story that still gives me goosebumps thinking about it. So, for years, Roger had been chasing this elusive win on clay, trying to break through at Roland Garros, and his rival, Rafael Nadal, was the reason why. With Nadal dominating the French Open in those early 2000s, Federer's success on other surfaces made him a bit of an underdog on clay. But he never gave up. The turning point came in 2009 when Robin Soderling, who we'll talk about more later, knocked out Nadal in the fourth round of Roland Garros. That set off a chain reaction that would ultimately lead to Federer's first French Open title. I mean, think about it, what a huge opportunity for Roger. Federer's path to the final was nothing short of dominant. He started with a straight-set win over Alberto Martin Magre in his first-round match, followed by victories over José Javier Acasus and Paul-Henri Mathieu to reach the fourth round. And then, he faced off against Tommy Haas in an epic four-set battle that went all the way to the wire. But what really stood out about Federer's run was how he handled his semifinal opponent, Juan Martín del Potro. It wasn't a straightforward win. Del Potro took 2 sets off the then world number 2, but ultimately couldn't overcome one of the greatest players in history. Now, let's talk about the match that followed all these hard-fought victories. The final against Soderling was one for the ages. Federer came out strong, taking the first set 6-1 and never really looking back. Soderling fought back to level the second set at 6-6, but ultimately fell short in a tiebreaker. What was most impressive about that win was the way it lifted a huge weight off Roger's shoulders. He'd been haunted by his lack of success on clay for so long, and this victory was validation that all his hard work had paid off. And as you can imagine, he felt an incredible sense of relief and accomplishment after finally winning the career Grand Slam. As we know from our channel, The Roger Report, Federer has spoken about how much this win meant to him in interviews over the years. He said it was a moment that lifted so much pressure off his shoulders, allowing him to enjoy playing tennis without any doubts about whether he'd ever achieve this goal. That 2009 French Open title marked a turning point not just for Roger Federer, but also for tennis itself. It showed that even the greatest players can overcome adversity and come out on top when it matters most. We've talked about so much already, but I want to leave you with one final thought. What an incredible achievement by Robin Soderling in knocking out Nadal, setting off a chain reaction that led to Federer's historic win. It just goes to show how the sport is full of surprises and twists and turns. And there you have it, folks, Roger Federer's first French Open title in 2009, an incredible story that I'm honored to share with all of you on the Roger Report.